Hi everyone, it's Diane, Lucky Gardenia, Dashboard Confessional. Again, I am here in my car in a parking lot. I did try to prop up the camera, so hopefully it won't be so wobbly. And I do have the fan on, or the air conditioning. I'm going to turn it down so you can actually hear me. And of course I'm going to fiddle with my hair. That's gonna drive me crazy. Anyhow, Elvis is in the building, and yes, I think it's only been a day or so since, oh, I guess 2 days since I got my hair cut and I did a video. And I'm actually not going to Walmart, so let's put that on our calendar. It's hard to believe, but it's true. Anyway, this won't be long. My life is not that exciting. Yesterday, I started my day off pretty on a good foot. Robin, my oldest, gave me a call while she was out. It was early in the morning, and she was out walking her dog. She's only walking one of the two. They are larger dogs, and she is 24 weeks pregnant, and I think the size, or it was the size of a pomegranate last week, and it's not popping in my head what size it is now, but that little sweetheart, Miss Isabella, if that holds, Isabella Ray, is just a moving and a shaking. And anyway, so Robin's only walking one of the dogs. You know, if they see another dog and, you know, pull, we don't need Robin toppling over being pregnant, you know, what is it, 5 months or so. But that little baby can hear, and they said that there's an app, I think it's called What to Expect, or What You Can Expect. And it has video of with this professional telling you what's going on inside your body, what the little one's up to. Right now, I think she'll start to fill out, you know, store some fat, so they start looking a little bit more human. But they can hear, and from what studies, I guess, have shown is, you know, of course they can recognize their mom and dad's voice when they, upon birth. And actually, if you listen to certain kind of music, that they'll probably like it when they join us once they're born. So I guess whether it's rock or roll or folk, or I can pretty be certain that it's not going to be rap, but or classical, but hey, I could be wrong. I think last time I was in Robin's car, she even had some Christian music, contemporary Christian. So anyway, got a call from her, and we just chatted for about an hour, and I think she does that 2 times a day, two or three, because if she walks each one of the dogs separately, and then I think in the evening her and her husband walk both of them, so that's a pretty good walk. And she's still doing, she is very fitness savvy, conscious. She does Gladiator. It may be called something, I'm not real sure, but they meet outside. They have different instructors, and she's really tight with the people that she does Team Gladiator with. In fact, there was someone that needed maybe some help watching their child because something had happened, and Robin said that, you know, there could be 100 texts within just a little bit. I mean, that's really bonding, and they've obviously go consistently. I know Robin's been doing that for 2 to 3 years that I even know of, and bless her heart, out in this heat, I'm the one that will do yoga with a fan on me, and I'm thinking about, I did end up keeping that kind of lame tower one just because of the way it's structured. It doesn't take up much space, and heck, I may end up getting another little box fan to put in there. And I know if there's any yoga teachers out there, they're just like dying, but I am not a hot yoga kind of girl. And one thing I can rest you assured is I'm not doing anything that's high intensity or aerobic. I had someone ask me what kind of yoga I'm doing, and I wanted to say the easy kind. I do have DVDs, and I don't know, sun salutations just, I don't know, just don't do anything for me. But been looking up some different just individual ones and kind of doing my own thing. Actually did some, I didn't even go back and where I had the mat, I just got down on the carpet and did some stretching and you know, trying to offset the curvature of my spine, doing damage control anyway. So, you know, or I was going to tell them that I watched the scoliosis yoga lady, Yoga Berry, and I thought, you know, Diane, maybe you share too much. And I've been thinking about that lately, that maybe I overshare, and I almost, you know, I've been contemplating whether to continue the channel, because I swear every time I put up a video, I lose a couple of subscribers. And I'm going to choose to think it's not because of my content. Look on the bright side. That, you know, there is a quirk where sometimes you are subscribed and then it'll unsubscribe you. So that's what I'm going to go with, so my ego just doesn't crush and you never hear from me again. But yeah, the other day I think I told y'all that I was going to go home and make some taco soup. That didn't happen. It got to be dinner time and I was trying to get my steps in. You know, I'm kind of Fitbit step crazy, and you know, I know that's the anorexic brain of mine, but so I got those done. I was tired, and I actually found some Sunkist top of the line albacore tuna, no salt added, water. You know, I was really jazzed that, you know, I was going to be able to make a tuna melt. That was the worst tasting tuna. Even the cheaper stuff was better than that. I just, what's going on with the albacore? I just have no idea. But I was really disappointed. I mean, I didn't eat but half of the sandwich and I threw the other half out. No, I usually eat half of a sandwich. So I only ate a fourth and I dumped it. And I dumped the other half, which I would normally eat the next day. So it's like, that was a total fail. And surprisingly, I mean, it was the top of the line, name brand. It had a razzle dazzle labeling on it, and it was a total misfire, at least with me. And I've got three more, probably more than that, cans of it. And Lucy may be eating some, her taste buds are not quite as refined as mine, and she'd be happy to take on that tuna, because I always share some with her before I put in the Miracle Whip. Now, this is where the country's divided, and it has nothing to do with politics. It's, are you a Hellsman mayonnaise person, or are you a Miracle Whip? And I am definitely the Miracle Whip. I am not going to eat something with mayo in it. I know it's got egg yolk in there, which really shouldn't make a difference, but I just can't do it, guys. It is just, I was raised on Miracle Whip, and I'll have to check with my older sister to see if she's stayed the course with the Miracle Whip. But yeah, and I think it's because there's a nice little twang to it, taste-wise. I'm all in for the Miracle Whip. And I was trying to think of, the Hunt's or the, what's the other ketchup? Heinz. I'm a Hunt's girl. What are you? Anyway, these definite dividing lines on, or peanut butter. What is your brand of peanut butter? I am a Jif. I'm a Jif girl. And I think when this all started in food, the pandemic and the stay at home and the grocery stores just cleaned out, I bought some Peter Pan. And it just didn't taste right. And I mean, we ate it, but it just, we being Lucy and I. And I'm a crunchy, or better yet, extra crunchy. Extra crunchy. Anyway, that's how I roll. I want my Jif. I want my crunch. Now let's talk jams. Are you a jelly or jam person? I'm a jam. And my go-to jams, I think my favorite is red plum. And we actually had a red plum tree out in our, growing up. We had a peach tree and we had a plum tree. And you know, I don't like plums just right off the tree or picking them up just to eat, but I do love red plum jam. So that's my number one. Second, and it's Smucker's. The other one could be Bama red plum, if you can find it. And my next contender is apricot. And the next is peach. Then we got a kind of a tie going on. You know, I'd be hard pressed. It would probably depend on the day and my taste buds. But we got your grape jam, not jelly, jam, or strawberry. And probably strawberry preserves. So that's how I roll. I know it's exciting. News articles are being written right now, I can tell. Stop the presses. But yeah, red plum, apricot, peach, and a tie between strawberry and grape. But yeah, I'd love to hear what your taste, where they lie, and your brands that you are your go-to brands, and your tuna brand. My tuna brand, other than Walmart's Great Value, which I really put at the top of the list, is Sunkist. Plus they got such a darn cute commercials. Reminds me of that movie, something about, I don't think it's the Charlie one. Is Charlie the one with the rabbit? Anyway, Mr. Plunkett, and where he is fishing and he gets a fish that can talk. Anyway, always reminded me of Sunkist. And I'd have to go back and watch it. It was black and white, and I think maybe it really was Sunkist in there. Probably one of the first movies where they had ad placement or brand placement. So I may have to do a little recon and check that out, but I just may do that. I bet it's on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube. There was something, I was going to try paper piecing quilting. Grandmother's flower garden or something. And I was going to order the templates. Or there was this other pattern by Jen Kingwell out of, I think, Australia. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Australia. But, oh, she does some outstanding, crazy, difficult patterns. And, of course, you got to have the right colors and fabrics. You know, down in Australia, they got some really great color-popping fabrics. But she has this very complex I would say complex because there's so many pieces. And I was reading the pattern. It's The Girl in the Neighborhood, I think is what it's called. And it has houses, and it has, you know, fencing, and it has plants, and it has a cat and a dog, and then the little girls in little dresses, and their hair and skin tone are all different. And it goes around, you know, directional. So top, then the girls go sideways, you know, at least that's the way this one was made. But it's hand piecing, and it's like, with my wonky arthritic middle finger on my dominant hand, it's like, can I even hand piece anymore? So I had to hunt up a needle and thread and see if I can do it. And yep, I can still do that. And actually, I went on YouTube to find out what's the best way to get a perfect 1/4 of an inch. And 1/4 of an inch seam is for quilting. I think when you're sewing, it's either 5/8 or a 1/2 inch. But on my really nice machine, I had a foot. I had to figure out how to put it on, because I had this contraption on it that the foot I had on it, it made it even feed, like if you had like a quilt that you're quilting. So everything would go through at the same time, which is important when you're quilting. Anyway, there's a 1/4 of an inch foot that snaps on, and I actually had it, and it has like a little blade on the side, and you just have the fabric right up to that blade, and you'll get a 1/4 of an inch. So I'm good there. Glad I already had it. So hope y'all are proud of me. I'm trying to use what I have, and not to say I haven't bought some patterns. Haven't bought any ukuleles lately. I did practice last night. I think last night's song was You Are My Sunshine. Of course, y'all know I like Let It Be, and Yellow Rose of Texas, and Deep in the Heart of Texas. And Deep in the Heart of Texas, there's at the end of each line, you do like 4 claps. So it's kind of hard to do when you're doing the ukulele, to be playing and then bump, 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 bump. So I don't know if that just means the audience does it, or you tap on your ukulele. I'm not real sure, but another pressing question for all of us to ponder. But anyway, enough of me going on, and it looks like I'm almost at 19 minutes. You know, I can just talk to myself about nothing, I guess. Oh, here's what I have on. It's probably similar to what I had on. I think I have my camouflage pants on, and I have, whoops, I have on some really cute Converse. They're not pink. I would call them, they're pinkish, kind of toned down, and the white part of the rubber part of the Converse is not white. It is cream color, so it looks very retro. Anyway, I thought it went really well with this, and of course I've got on my turquoise, and because I have on camo pants, I had to get some green turquoise in there. Anyway, these decisions that I'm having to make on a daily basis by myself are just riveting, is all I gotta say. So anyway, if you are at the end of this video, I think, you know, thank you, because every one of the subscribers that I still have, I just love y'all. And get your friends and family, even if they don't watch, get them to subscribe and follow me. Anyway, send in love, and you know, kindness and wear your mask. I did wear one of my new masks, and I think one is in my mailbox. And I must say that more people are wearing them than when they first loosened up the stay at home. So here in Texas, it's still, you know, happening quite a bit. And I think I saw some news source, it might have been Apple News, I'm not quite sure, but somebody had like a surprise party and 18 people ended up getting exposed to the virus and came down with it. So it's still alive and kicking, so we need to take precautions. And I'm just going stark raving crazy. You know, I'm good at taking care of myself, entertaining myself. Obviously I can talk to myself, but you know, I'd like to get out and about and go do something. It's you know, I'm finding myself crying over nothing, and I think it's just because it's been such an extended period of time, other than that one week in April that I got together with a friend and we distanced, but you know, we did take out and sat in the parking lot and ate, and then the gender reveal, that's about it, and getting my hair cut. You know, that's pretty limited. And anyway, again, thank you if you're made it to the end of this. I just love you to death, and just really appreciate you hanging in there, listening to all my nonsense. Anyway, hope you and your family are well. Anyway, peace out.